Hi, Room 10. Bernice and I are here, and it is story time. Today, I'm going to go sit over here, okay? Today, we are going to read a book in honor of International Museum Day. And I went to a museum exhibit maybe a year or two ago at the Getty Center. How many of you have been to the Getty Center? Show me. Okay. I know quite a few of us have. I went there, and it was called The Book of Beasts. And it was about all these sometimes real creatures and sometimes mythical creatures. And wait, this is kind of a big book, isn't it? Well, I got this book that has all this artwork, but I don't know that this one's going to work for story time. So I'm going to set it aside. And how does this one look? Yeah, this one looks a little bit better. I also got this at the museum, and it's based on some of the beasts from the Book of Beasts. So I thought I would read this one to you today. So it's called Don't Let the Beasties Escape This Book. It's by Julie Berry, and it's illustrated by April Lee. Title page. Here begins a tale of neglected chores and beastly doings. Godfrey, your father and I need extra help today. After you milk the cow, please feed the chickens, spread the straw, harvest the pears, rake the leaves, build the fire, and light it for supper. Now don't make up stories and forget to do your work again. And don't disturb the artist who's here to paint a book of beasts for the lady of the castle. We're counting on you, Godfrey. Can you remember all your chores this time? Yes, Mother. So many beasts in one book, but it hardly has any writing yet, just pictures. Perhaps when it's finished, this book will tell a heroic tale of a long-ago knight who battled dangerous beasts. A mighty hero, a bold knight. Why, Sir Godfrey the Glorious, of course. Take care, young friend. If you call the beasties by their names, they may be in a mood for mischief. He took the Book of Beasts. In which Sir Godfrey invents a tale and calls a beast by a name. That's the heading. Listen, noble doggy, honorable piggy, and kittens of the castle, and I'll tell you my tale. Sir Godfrey wandered into a wood one day. He hadn't gone far when a lion leaped out from among the trees. That's one of the beasts. The king of beasts roared and showed its ferocious fangs, but Sir Godfrey laughed in the face of fear. With his bare hands he wrestled the lion to the ground. It scampered off with its tail between its legs. Now, wait a minute. Godfrey's supposed to be doing chores, in which the chickens are fed, but not by Godfrey. Who fed the chickens? Soon Sir Godfrey came to a clearing where a unicorn grazed in the sunlight. When it saw the mighty Godfrey, it pawed its hooves and charged straight at him. But Sir Godfrey the Great-Hearted stood firm. He slipped a rope around the unicorn's neck, fed it a pear, and brought it along for his journey. In which an unseen newcomer spreads the straw. That was one of Godfrey's chores. Look who's spreading the straw for him. In which beasties harvest the pears. Then a griffin came winging through the trees, half lion, half eagle, and all of its ferociousness. And in all of its ferociousness, it lunged at the unicorn with claws outstretched. Steal my prize, my sword says otherwise, cried Sir Godfrey the Gallant. At the sight of his trusty blade, the beast flapped away in terror. Look at the peaches are pears, not peaches, are being harvested. In which a foul wind blows away the leaves. This is my favorite page. Remember this beast. A shadow fell across the path. It was the frightful Bonacon, most dreaded of all the brutes upon 4 legs. Its stench could knock him senseless. The Bonacon raised its tail to blast the night with its odious wind, but Sir Godfrey the Grand pushed the Bonacon into a running stream to carry away the stink. And it raked up the leaves for him. I'll tell you about the Bonacon at the end. At last Godfrey came to a castle filled with gems, pearls, and glittering heaps of gold. When Sir Godfrey the Gleeful scooped the treasure into his sack, a dragon soared from the topmost tower, hissing and flapping its bat-like wings. In which Godfrey remembered to build the supper fire. But Sir Godfrey the Glorious scoffed at danger. "Begone, vile snake," he cried, "this treasure is mine." The horrid dragon filled its lungs to roast Godfrey with its fiery breath. Godfrey, it's his mother. In which the fire has been lit. Take a look, see where all of those beasts are hiding in the picture. And that's enough trouble for one day, beasties. Back into the book you go. He is taking them back in. I'm proud of you, Godfrey. I knew you could finish all your chores if you put your mind to it. Now, this book has some page at the end about some of the beasts that are in the Book of Beasts. Some of them are real creatures, but the people hadn't really seen them, so they don't end up looking like they really, really look in real life. And others are mythical creatures, meaning they're creatures that were made up. So there's lions and cats and dogs. There's a unicorn, a griffin, a dragon, and a Bonacon, and I have to read to you about the Bonacon. The Bonacon has the mane of a horse and the head and body of a bull. It has curly horns which are useless for defense. The Bonacon attacks by expelling a fiery dung, that means poop, that can travel as far as 2 acres, burning anything it touches. Fiery poop. I knew you would appreciate that. And that is Don't Let the Beasties Escape This Book. And, oh, hi Duncan. Hello. What are you doing here? This book had a dragon in it, and you didn't invite me. Well, you are here now. Yes, I am. And with that, we're going to end today's story time. We will see you next time. Bye. Goodbye. La 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 la.